Welcome to the Ages of Rock podcast with your hosts Bill Algie, Dennis Talbot, and Alan Tate. We are three guys who have one thing in common, a love of rock and roll. Our goal is to talk about all things rock. We hope you find this show intriguing, funny, and occasionally highly opinionated. Enjoy!
Still love it loud? So do we. Rockin' Pod returns to Nashville on Saturday, August 25th. Over 25 rock podcasts from all over North America, recording on site. Vinyl and memorabilia dealers selling the best in rock merchandise. And awesome rock musicians and personalities participating in signing sessions and on-stage panel discussions throughout the day. Special guests include current and former members of Korn, KISS, Angel, Winger, Loudness, Accept, Bang Tango, Kick Tracy, as well as producers that have worked with Slayer, Ozzy, Alice Cooper, Sevendust, and many more. More guests being added weekly. Don't miss your chance to be part of an awesome celebration of all things rock. Rockin' Pod takes place at the legendary Nashville Palace, August 25th, 2018. More details available at rockinpod.com. That's ROCKNPOD.com. The Nashville Rockin' Pod Expo. Brought to you by Blind Tiger Record Club, School of Rock Nashville, and School of Rock Franklin, a DBG Productions event.
All right, folks, this is episode number 131, and we have our friend Superfan Andy here. But before we get started talking with him, what you got, Bill?
I have a breaking news story.
Breaking news.
Two Germans who ran away. Stop. Two Germans who ran away from their retirement home to attend the heavy metal music festival had their plot foiled by police.
It's all that.
A police patrol found two elderly men at 3 a.m. on August 4th on their way to the Wacken Open Air Festival after staff at the retirement home reported them missing the evening before. The elderly pair from somewhere in southwestern Germany were reluctant to abort their plans, and police said they escorted the men's taxi back to the retirement home as a precaution.
You know how many times I got tagged in that damn story today? It was great.
That is hilarious.
That is good. They said we were disoriented and something else. It's like, man, they've been rocking their balls off. They were having a great time. Let them go. They probably had a few beers.
So it could be fake news.
No, it is. I mean, I've seen it too. It's funny.
Leave them the hell alone.
Yeah,
that's what I say, Andy.
Let them rock.
That's what I'm saying. That'll be us. At some point.
They should call one of their grandkids to come down just to watch them while they, did their thing.
Yeah, that's right. I just like that was. I read that right before we were getting ready to get on, and I was like, I'm reading that. It's going to be like breaking news.
You think somebody got fired from their job because they got out?
No.
They were probably there. They were probably at Wacken. Everybody left and said, they're going to be sleeping. We don't care. We're going to go see the metal.
Well, everybody was off work because they were all at the festival, so there was only one guy left at the nursing home, so they just said, whatever, take care of it. So there you go.
So is that all you have, Bill?
Yep, pretty much.
Concert reviews or anything?
I did not go to anything last week.
You are slipping, old man.
No.
Hey, but Ace played the last two nights, and they said he was off the hook. He's like really good, tight.
I heard that.
The 2 nights. So, yes.
Well,
if
you know where to look, you can find a couple of audience recordings of both of those Ace shows.
Yeah.
Yep, that's going to be that looked pretty good. That marquee with his name on it and that picture I forget who posted. That was pretty cool. I want to see that.
I know the other day they announced that Christopher Williams says that he's going to be going with the Gene Simmons band over to Australia. So I guess he's going to be playing with Ace. He's going to be filling in. I bet Brent's just kicking himself in the ass for that. I mean, I know he'll be playing with Slash.
Brent's going to go play with Slash.
Brent's playing with
He's going to have a good time. But
whatever.
He could be playing with Ace and Gene. I mean, that's kind of like one of those, man, that's...
Okay, I'll say it again.
He's still...
He's playing with Slash.
He's having a good time. But anyway, but I'm glad for Christopher. That's a great thing for him.
Yeah, cool. Good,
awesome.
Good gig for him, man. It's awesome.
Yeah, I'll admit it. I saw the Gene band, 3 times. Just they come around the area or whatever. But I saw him last year right after the cruise, and Gene, it was atrocious. It was like in Rhode Island. It was awful.
Really?
Gene was either like in a real bad mood, I mean, the band-wise, when they played, he was fine, but the atmosphere of Gene, he was so mad. Then the heckler in the back. I mean, Gene,
I was going to
that was
ask
that
if that
night.
was the heckler.
Yeah,
'cause
that
I
was
thought
just
that
a
was in
bad
Rhode
night.
Island.
yeah, but there was stuff in between that went on in that show that Gene was really, man, I was embarrassed. Like you know, I'm a KISS fan with it, but I was like kind of embarrassed because Gene was like, he was degrading like some of the workers that were there and stuff like that. It was just not good. It was just like, whoa, what the hell? What the hell's going on? Because like, you know how they had the women come up on the stairs or the guys, whatever. There's a bit. Well, there was an older gentleman. He had a red coat on, and he was trying to keep everybody awake. So when the women could go on stage and stuff. And when Gene stopped on a song, and the guy was trying to clear it. He's an older gentleman too. He wasn't like a kid, you know. The guy must probably be in his at least 70s. And he's turning around, he's trying to keep it nice and clear. And so Gene hears him talking, right, keeping the thing. And Gene turns around, he goes, looks at the guy, looks down, and goes, hey, shut the fuck up. What do you think this is? He goes, this is my show. I mean, he was like dead serious. And the guy's now trying to look up and go like, well, I'm trying to, you know, like, you don't have a microphone. He's like, what? He goes, dude, this is my show. Shut the fuck up. It's like, oops, sorry. Usually they don't swear on these things. But you know what I mean? It was just like, I couldn't believe it. And, you know, and then Gene was saying some other stuff. And then the red lights, Gene hates the red lights. And shut it off. I told you to shut the damn bitches, shut the red lights. Then they shut the whole lights off on and they turn them back on. They're all red again. He's like, what the frick? You know, oh, you damn union workers. I mean, he was just not in the mood. Yeah,
well,
he
it
was.
sounds to
like,
me like he pissed them off as much as they pissed him off, so it was turned into a pissing match.
Yeah, and then the whole heckler thing was just brutal. You know, the whole thing where
that was early on in the. Was that early on in the shows too?
Nope.
That was near the end, wasn't it?
Kind of maybe about halfway or more, a little bit more towards the end, because basically nobody knew the guy was in a suit. It was the mayor of the town, the city,
right.
And his daughter. And then that's when the guy starts heckling. Hey, shut up, Gene's play. Ace plays, you know, more music than you do. What the frig, man? I paid a lot of money. You could hear the guy screaming. and they're like, you know, Gene's like, excuse me, because that's when the mayor started talking. Excuse me. Hey, shut up, bitch, or I'm going to go up there and get you. You know, that's what Gene said. And then, you know, it just escalated. And then the guy went back to, you know, the mayor went back to that thing. And then, and then it started up again. And she's like, excuse me. And basically Gene takes all the thing and takes off his glasses. And they're like, yeah, right. He's going to go up they go right up the stage, starts walking by her, right up there. Come here, you bitch. And I mean, he's pointing. He's like, come here, let's go. And I'm like, Gene's walking. And next time you see it, you're just like, what the hell's happening? You know? And the thing, you know, the first thing I'm thinking, man, he's messing with this dude, man. I'm missing songs because could be playing, you know, like, a couple songs. So that's what I'm starting to, you know, that's what I was thinking. You know, I'm like, damn.
Yep.
You know, but then the show that they postponed because it was supposed to be 2 days before the cruise or the day before the cruise. It's supposed to be in Lynn, Massachusetts, but they postponed it until like February. So we wait in February, kind of going, well, we don't know how this is going to go. Fantastic, off the hook. It's the first time they played She's So European. They were dead on. It was amazing. I couldn't believe it.
You just, you know, everybody has their bad nights, and you just seen one of the bad nights, you know.
Oh, it was bad. It was funny bad, but not bad. I know. Weird. You know? Oh. But yes, you're correct. Everybody has a bad day.
All right, Dennis, do you have anything to interject before we get started?
I did. You know, D. Snyder has that new album that he just released, and I sent it to you guys, and I really like this album. I know we got kind of I know you guys didn't like the vocals on it, or didn't like the way
I have not listened to it.
I thought you said you listened to it.
I have
no,
not.
I'm the only one that listened to it.
Alan listened to it. He just said it wasn't his cup of tea, and he even said, he goes, "I'm a very big D. Snyder fan, and I was hoping that it was going to be better than what I thought." But and then once you said that, when we were talking about this actually earlier before we got on tonight, I said I really didn't listen to D that much. It's more the music, you know, the music of that thing. And then Alan said, "Well, yeah, the music's freaking awesome, you know, because it does. The guitars rip on that thing. It's a good album." And I think it's one of those ones too. You got to listen to it a couple times. So I think you're not going to give it even a little bit of an extra listen. Anyway, it's called For the Love of Metal. So if you like metal music, I would say give it a listen and just at least give it a try. So there you go.
My 2 cents on something like that. Yeah. At least he's putting out music.
Yeah.
No, I agree with
love
that.
him, don't like him or not like the guy.
Right.
At least he's batting, as they say. Like Ace. Ace got another album coming out. At least he's swinging for it.
One thing I'm glad about too is the fact of that, since whenever they were and Twisted Sister was going along, and then then they have a death in the band. Then he's like going, instead of trying to rehash the band, he just basically said, "This is it, we're done," and then he's going to do something on his own. I like that. Do something different. Try a solo out. Try something solo. Try something different, and that's what he did. So I got to give him props for that, for trying. And he's not a young pup, and he's entering a world where there's
a lot of old people.
A lot of old people.
At the Rockin' Festival.
Bruce Dickinson, 60 years old today. Yeah. I looked at Mike. I said, Bruce Dickinson, 60 years old today. I said, they're all getting to that age, or or higher.
I guess I mispronounced it. It's Wacken, correct?
That is
it's
correct.
The Wacken Festival.
Yeah, it's not Wacken.
I'll get somebody will.
That's okay.
I said Wacken.
We are Americans. We are allowed to mispronounce German words.
We whack a lot, so whacking. That's what I call it.
How about the Gene Simmons band try to do a CD?
That would be
I'd be all right with that.
I would be all right with it.
Those guys are talented as shit, man. They're the bomb.
They are, and we like those guys. I mean, and they're all very nice guys. I don't know if you had an opportunity to ever meet those guys or talk to them. They were up there at Indy when we were up there for the expo, and they're actually bigger fans than we are. That's what's the cool thing about it is. And if you talk to them, individually, they'll go, if you'd have told me I was going to be playing for Gene Simmons at some point, I'd have been like, no way, it ain't going to happen, and they're living the dream, and I'm glad for them, really glad for them.
All right, let's roll, man.
Let's do this.
Yeah,
all
Andy, tell the audience why you're here.
Why are you here, Andy?
Why are you here?
I'm here because, there's a couple of things. I think there's a party going on.
A party? I'm in.
Oh, actually, first thing, are you guys going on the KISS Cruise by any chance?
No. We're poor. I can't go on.
No, we're poor white.
No,
we're
Dennis can't afford it because he bought that Gene Simmons vault, and actually his wife bought him the vault.
Yeah, I got a vault. I'm sorry.
I did get a vault instead of the vault, dude.
I could have bought a vault on the cruise.
You could have done the Jeff Rogers thing and spent $40 billion on a cruise.
Wake up, Jeff.
No, honestly, I would like to. And actually, Kelly, my wife and I would love, or no, I've always wanted to go on a cruise. My wife doesn't care. Kelly doesn't. She absolutely has no interest in a cruise. So a KISS cruise would even make it even worse, probably. So
yeah, I think it's you in a small room, captive on a boat for a long period of time is the problem. Maybe she would go with somebody else.
That may be.
Well, why don't you the three of you go in a room together? It's a lot cheaper.
No,
I've been in a room with these three
before.
Well, what happens, Andy, is every time that the three of us go to any event together and we share a room, I always end up showing up sick. So I cough and hack and sneeze and have that sleep apnea snore thing going on. And I have to listen to fucking dickhead Dennis make fun of me. So fuck all y'all.
Dude, thing is though, you don't sleep on the KISS cruise. If you sleep on the KISS cruise,
you're missing it.
That's true. I would like to. It's just something. It's a lot of money to do without taking my wife. If my wife was involved in it, we'd go in a heartbeat. It's just I'm not going to spend that much money without her. So.
How many times have you been, Andy?
All of them.
Wow.
All of them? Really? I had no idea. Really, I didn't know. I had no idea.
Yeah.
Holy crap!
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, and I don't want to count up the money. If I could even do the figures, I would just
want to die.
Probably. There's no doubt about it. It is on the higher price. I went with a couple of friends tagged up, like I said, get in the room, so it ends up being a little bit cheaper. I always take an inside room. I don't get an outside cabin. I don't get one with a balcony. I don't get a higher up ones. I mean, I don't want down the basement either. I don't want down way down. I just don't. I want somewhere in the middle because you end up going up and down the stairs all night either at certain points. So, and I like getting closer to the food.
In case of like a Titanic situation, you don't want to be like the people in the bottom of the boat.
Don't bring that shit up when we're talking about going on a cruise. What's the matter with you?
Well, it's better now. They don't do that no more. So
Might hit a palm tree or something and split the ship.
Well, it's funny too is that the people say, "Oh, I'm never going to KISS Cruise; it's too expensive." But you, if you poke around, there are other cruises besides the KISS Cruises that are doing this kind of same thing now and doing this stuff, and it's even more expensive.
Yeah,
Right.
Think about it.
Cruise. Yep.
Yep. There's some '70s one that actually Grand Funk Railroad is going to be on. I think it's in March, and they go out to Fort Lauderdale, and like Foreigner is going to be on there. This like 10, 12. But I mean, the prices are just even way worse than the KISS ones. I'm looking at going, oh my God, it's terrible. So, but the KISS cruises, you meet a lot of new friends. You tag up with old friends. It's like going on a vacation. Well, me, it's not really a vacation. It's basically Disney. I call it Disney World on steroids. Basically running around, doing stuff, talking to people, time flying. But it's almost like you meet everybody. It's almost like a reunion too. You know what I mean? Instead of you have to fly here, everybody meets in the middle, and you know what I mean. So, yeah, but yeah, it's expensive, but it's got some cool things. Have you guys seen over the years? Different. They play the songs different. They do something different.
Cool.
Activities. Some people are like, I don't want the activities, just want to hear songs. Well, and you get to experience new bands. Now what? Like you said, you get the big rock show, and that's part of the Gene Simmons band, and everything.
Right.
Whatever. So
I've never been one to put people down who go on the cruise, because it is a cool thing. For me myself, it's just hard to do when my wife wouldn't want to do it. So that's why we don't do it.
Yeah,
I'd like to go. Trust me.
But even like a regular cruise, you call it regular cruise. I never want to go on a regular cruise, and then somebody got me on one. I'm like, wow, this is actually pretty cool. So you got to do like a test trial one. You do one for like the 3 or 4 days and see if you like it, if you want to try it. That's what you do it. You don't do a 7-10 day or longer unless you're into it. You know what I mean? You got to do a test thing. That's how you're gonna do it. That's how I always tell everybody. You find out if you like it or not. And if you don't like rocky ships or whatever, Rocky, don't leave from the East Coast. You leave from no, seriously. You gotta leave from the Carolina down. Because the water is always gonna be less rocky. Up here on the East Coast, if you leave from Boston, New York, and stuff, doesn't matter. It's 90 something here right now still. It's like 8:30. It's still in the 90s here. It's like hot and humid, but still it's still because of rocky. The ocean's still cooler. It's only like 70 degrees on the ocean up here, which is hot, which is actually hot this year for that. But you know what I mean? So anyways, enough about that. So what do you guys want to know? Want me to go through the whole spiel?
So you're doing some connection with the cruise, correct?
Yeah, well,
got a little thing going on.
Yeah, there's a little thing going on, a little party. It's just this little thing that just went. So, anyways, Joe D'Angelo, which he might screw up tonight. He should have been on here. He had to go family stuff, and then I screwed up. I thought it was tomorrow night we're doing this, so that's my screw up. I'm sorry, everybody, that Joe's not here. That's my bad. So I'm not trying to take all the credit. Joe is just as much as involved as I am, and with this whole process, going from this to getting bigger and bigger and bigger. So, anyways, most people that know that either have gone down to Miami early or have gone on the cruise or gone to the parties in the past. He used to have an old partner. His name was Jeff Hopkins, and his wife Denise Hopkins. And it was a big joke is that we do like living in sin at the Holiday Inn, because there's a Holiday Inn right there, right across the street from a place called Bayside, all the shops and things. And we made it as a joke saying, hey, man, let's just get people together, hang out, like this. Just hang out, meet new people in this. And then we said, hey, let's do something for charity. And it escalated. And then we went on for like 4 years, something like that. And then they weren't going to go on a cruise. So I said, okay, I'll do it again. I did it myself. And then Joe D'Angelo and his wife said, hey, if we heard rumors that, cruise is going to go down to out of New Orleans next year. And he had been down in New Orleans. He knew people, this and that, could help out. I'm like, okay. I says, all right, I'll do it. New territory. So last year we did the one in New Orleans. As you might, I don't know if anybody's seen videos and pictures. I mean, it turned out huge. I mean, it turned out massive, and it went really pretty smooth for the most part. But when I looked out to the sea of crowd, when somebody told me to look up when I was on stage, I was like, holy God. There were like over 900 people there. I mean, it was just like insane.
That's cool, man.
It's cool, but there were people like outside and stuff. I mean, it was so super crowded that, what I mean? It's cool to be have a good crowd, but not like it went way over. You know what I mean? So as soon as I don't even think we got off the cruise last year. I don't know if they announced it on the cruise or as soon as we got off the cruise, or they gave us a notice that it was going back to Miami. So I'm like, okay, we're going back to home, home base. So of course, as soon as I get off the ship, here's my phone. Hey, the Holiday Inn, because I had a report with the Holiday Inn. So basically what I do is ask the Holiday, hey, can I have 50, 75 rooms? All those other years, they used to only have the Holiday Inn was only 100 rooms. Well, they were bought out. They made it bigger, so now they had 200 rooms. And I'm like, hey, can I have all the rooms? And they're like, they were bought out. So some of the new managers goes, well, I don't think so. And I'm like, well, and then some of the old workers were there. So I'm like, come on. So they had explained to them. They're like, okay, we'll give you like 75. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna be calling you back and texting you like, and bingo, within 1 month the rooms were gone. I'm like, within a whole month they sold the 200 rooms on the 30th of October this year. So they're all happy. So not only start doing the party, setting up the hotel, and then of course the next day you can get rides, which you have to get a ride to the port. So I set up the rides for $5 a person, which has been that way since KK2, which is really phenomenal. You pull your luggage out, they're going to be there and the things, they put your luggage in, go, $5 a person, take you down the road, over the bridge, you're on the, basically going to get on the ship. So then, back we were home, and I told Joe, I'm like, Joe, we can't have the party at the Holiday Inn. Now that we've escalated to this huge bar last year in New Orleans, I can't go back to the Holiday Inn because now you're talking 900 people. They're probably, if I'm going to do this, they're expecting, another big place. The Holiday Inn's small. They would niceness delays. They basically take over the whole. What hotel lets you take over the whole hotel? Not just rooms, like the whole bar. It's like, you know what I mean? Because you have other guests that could be, have rooms and they could turn around and complain, which they could, legally right because, whatever. But they're like, no, you can have the whole place. We don't care. We're all good. We'll make menus for you, special menus, the whole 9 yards. So we're like, so this year I told Joe, I'm like, we can't. We have to move on. We have to find a place that's going to be able to do this. So we started poking around, and we found this place called The Hangar, which is down the street. Basically, go up the Holiday, take a left. It's a 5-minute cab ride, or what they call a Metro Mover, which is a free shuttle. It's like a little, I don't know, you guys know what a T is? They have them here in the Boston area. Called T. Basically, get on them. They ride on the ground, whatever. They get you places instead of driving your car in town, stuff like that. So they have a Metro Mover. So the Metro Mover too can go from does loops. It goes all the way to Old Brown Bayside, goes down to the Hangar and stuff like that. So I found this place called The Hangar. I sent over a message to Joe. Joe says he handled it because I'm not really, I can do this. I can shoot the shit with you guys forever. If everybody knows me, I'll never shut the hell up. That's how I am. Get my mother's gift of gab. But Joe's really good with paperwork. I'm not the fanciest writer. I know what I want to say, but it doesn't come out. So Joe says, I'll handle it. So we called him up, started telling him what we're going to do. And the guy says, okay, we're good. We'll see if this works out. I said, it's gonna. So the first thing we do is we need a band. And I said, hey, let's do a KISS tribute band. I found a KISS tribute, KISS America. Awesome guys. Can't say enough about them. They're all in. I mean, they're all into this. They are going to, I can't give it away. They have special costumes. Not only that, they get to, they're bringing a background with them. They want to take photos with everybody before actually they get on when the makeup's still nice and cool. So they're going to have a nice backdrop. They're going to bring their own professional photographer, take pictures of everybody. So that's really cool. Also, when I saw them, I saw they had played with this band, a Van Halen tribute band. So I'm like, well, if those guys play with those guys, they got to have some kind of connection, but they're cool with each other. So we talked to them. They said they want in. So, everybody knows the connection with the whole Van Halen, Gene Simmons thing. Van Halen's going to turn 40 next year. And I'm like, man, I've never seen a Van Halen tribute band myself either. Have you? Has anybody? I personally haven't. So they're like, hey, let's hook this up. Let's do this. So they're all in.
Which one is it? Is it the 84?
Yep, 1984.
Yeah, that's the one that one of the guys I got on my Facebook page. The young kid that plays guitar.
I don't remember the names. I only remember to say Jilia. Sometimes he even comes up this way on the East Coast. He's played with bands up here on the East Coast too.
Cool.
So that was the original thought. And then for a couple of years, I had been on. I wanted 4x Fate, and it just happened to work out as that Ace really was playing up in Poughkeepsie, New York. And all of a sudden, Fall by Fate all of a sudden is on the bill. They're opening up for Ace Frehley Band, and I'm like, oh, you got to be kidding me! This is like heaven. You know what I mean? This is really, really cool. It was like a one-shot deal. So of course I went up there. If you ever heard of the place, then it's like in a ghetto. It's not really a good area. There's no way for the band. Everybody has to come through in one area. It's not like you can really hide that much. So anyways, I saw the guys coming through. I talked to Todd, and I talked to John. I talked to guys who manage Fall by Fate. Started telling them, hey man, come on man, we got to make this work. Talked to you guys last year. I wanted you guys to play in New Orleans. It just didn't work out because of the timing and everything else was going on. Whatever. I'm like, come on. And they said, yeah, and we'd love to do it, but this and that. I'm like, come on, let's do this. I said, contact me. We already get this place set up. Let's do this. Come on, See, really kind of about him. Then on Facebook, come on. So I kept at him. Next week, they got back in touch with us. So me and Joe started working a thing out with him. We're like, hey, can you guys play? Can you guys want to play? And we made the deal. Bingo, ding. So I said, okay, cool. So next thing you know, we said, hey, would you guys like to be interested to do like a special meet and greet? And they're like, oh, what are you talking about? I'm like, how about this? X amount of people. They show up at the bar early. They have, so this is how it goes for this. So we have it's already sold out. It sold out within like 2 days. So we have those people show up early, like at 4:30 on the 30th of October. They're going to get a bag with a bunch of goodies in it. They get a laminate. Not the only laminate, just has a thing on them for them to get in. On the back of it, it has their name and the number that they actually ordered the ticket. So if you're number 5, 6, 7, 8, that's your number. So your number, you're going to be putting order that number to get your photo taken with the band first. And then after that, you get back in line when we figure it out because you're in the bar, so you can, whatever. And then you get back in line, and then you can have one thing signed by the band. Plus, you're going to get extra goodies. They pre-signed the CDs, which I brought them down to Indy. The guys signed them in Indy, so all the Relentless CDs signed by the guys. And everybody's going to get that in the package. And there's some gift goodies in the bag, and there's some other stuff in the bag. So we don't want to give everything away with that. And also, me and Joe, like I said, me and Joe said, hey, man, let's have some fun with this, man. So me and Joe actually pitched in for a Paul Stanley PS10 that and everybody got a raffle ticket that we stuck in the bag. And I think it's only 75 people going. I'm sorry. Jeez, that's my bad. It's 125 people going. And basically we stuck in a raffle ticket and everything. And somebody's going to win a PS10 just because we said, what the hell? You know what I mean?
Wow.
So, cool. and then the guy's going to play acoustic. They're going to play acoustic show for the 125 people. And we even asked some of the special guests we have, like I'll get into the special guests, but we have somebody have special guests if they want to come and see that same show, and if they want to see these 125 fans a little bit earlier, they can. So for that's pretty cool. And then, like I said, we open the doors at 7:30 for the GA people that come in at 7:30, and basically what we're gonna do is we got everything in order. We're trying to get in order, but 1984 goes on at like 8 o'clock or so. Fall by Fate will go after them. Mr. Vinnie is going to come somewhere in the thing. I would suspect near the end of the thing, and he's going to jump on and play electric, 2 songs. And yes, he's going to be plugged in, and yes, he's going to play for real. And we'll get into that in a few minutes here. And then Kiss America is going to play last. They're going to come on, and they're going to blow everybody's mind away. It's going to be pretty wild. And we'll have goodies. If you've been there, saw things, we tossed out goodies into the crowd, through in between and stuff. We'll have people walking around giving out goodies. We're also going to make another special cup. They make a KISS Kruise cup, but we're going to make another cup for this year, and we'll toss them out and give them out to people, stuff like that. There's some more goodies, but we're not going to give everything away because we like people to be some kind of surprise and whatever, have some fun. So now what came on, we fill it to place is that, Vinnie, started coming out of the woodworks, and we said, man, this could be an opportunity to get maybe Vinnie. And originally, man, I've been haunting to get Peter since K2 because we're doing stuff for Breast Cancer Research Foundation. I wanted to try to get Peter, and it just didn't work out that way. So, and this year I was really shooting to get Peter, and then all of a sudden the Vinnie thing came out, and basically Vinnie said, I'll do it. And we were like, what? It was just like really that kind of quick. And we said, okay, how would you like to do this, Vinnie? How would you like to do like a meet and greet with everybody before the party? and he said, okay, what do you guys want to do? And we said, okay, how about the day of the party on the 30th is that if you could do a meet and greet starting at 10 o'clock in the morning, and people can come up at like 9, we call it check-in. Same thing. We have bags of goodies, and it's gonna have a laminate in it. There's gonna be a lot of extra goodies in it. There's a special poster we had, a commemorative poster. It's gonna be pre-signed by Vinnie, so everybody's gonna get a poster. There's also, I don't know if I can give out. I think you might have said there's gonna be a commemorative pick. There's gonna be in the bag. There's gonna be a lot of extra like little goodies in the bag that I want to give away, but it's worth it. Also, you can bring 2 things to get signed of your own personal things, but you can't bring guitar or guitar parts. That's part of the rules. But if you've an album, like look it up, stuff. You have 2 signatures. Plus, like I said, you're gonna get the poster. You're also gonna get a photo with Vinnie. There's gonna be a backdrop, getting a photo. The photo's gonna be uploaded on our website, which you can go to the website. There's a ton more information on the website, and actually, we're doing more work this week. It's www.KISSKruisePreparty.com. It's got a ton of stuff on there. Joe and I are working on a thing about Q&As, questions and answering. So people, asking through Facebook and everywhere else. We're trying to keep up with stuff. But basically, we only had Monday scheduled for a meet and greet, but it sold out so fast. Vinnie says, hey, can you guys want to do it? Tuesday sold so fast. He says, well, can you do it on Monday? Because on Tuesday, we only did 150 people. Because, we have to move on to the next thing, get ready for the party. It's on and on. So we said only 150 people, and we made it sweat. 150 people. We're not going to sell more. We're not going to get into that whole 9 yards of overselling and doing all that crazy stuff. 150, that's it, gone. No matter how many people have been begging us. So Vinnie asked, hey, can you guys want to do it Monday? We said, okay. We said we'll do it Monday. So as of right now, there are Monday tickets open for the meet and greet on Monday, which is $179, which is a huge bargain. You get 2 personal items signed. You get a poster. You're going to get there's a laminate in there special. You're going to get a special pick. And there's other stuff in the goodies. And it's just a mixture of goodies so people can switch off if they want later on. Once everybody sees what's going on, like I said, and the photo and stuff like that. If you don't have anything to have signed, I think Vinnie's going to have stuff, and then you'd have to purchase it from him. So, but if you have stuff you want signed, bring it with you, like albums or pictures or something, do it. It's all good. So that meet and greet starts technically at 4:00 in the afternoon. So 4 to when we're done, like I said, like on Tuesday, everybody gets their photo first, but we can't say, we can't give everybody numbers because I don't know what your flight is, like I could come in early in the morning and have number 50, but you could come in like later on at night, and have number 1. So we're basically doing it's a first come, first serve with this stuff. So we're telling people, don't worry, you're going to get your photo, even though we say photos first, and then he'll do the signings. But then we're going to go back and do it again, a photo and then signings. Vinnie's going to stay there the whole time until it's all done. He's going to take his breaks, get something to eat, whatever, stuff like that. But everybody's going to get everything. So, but there's still some Monday tickets left. And also the laminate, if you buy the meet and greet, that laminate is your pass to get in. It doesn't matter if you got Monday or Tuesday's meet and greet. That pass basically is your ticket to get into the gathering on Tuesday night at 7:30. So we're just throwing that in there too. So, and there's some more surprises coming up with Vinnie and stuff that we can't mention yet. Everything seems, we're just, you know what I mean? We just can't mention some stuff yet. So, but again, Vinnie is going to, Vinnie's going to come play electric. And some people have been saying, well, he's not going to really plug in. Yes, he has. The guys from 4x8 and him have talked and stuff. They're getting, what key they're going to play the songs and everything else. So it's going to be plugged in. And also, Joe and I, we want people to photograph, take pictures as much as you want, videos, go live. It's our party. We can say the hell, we can do whatever we want. We want everybody to videotape pictures. Go nuts, please. We want the world to see everything, so.
Has Vinnie decided what songs he's going to play yet?
Yes, he has, and I'll get into that in a second because I want to also get into that. If you can't go on to cruise or you could down the party, if you're interested, everything's on the website too. I mean, it's way more interesting on the website. But even if you can't get on a cruise or you don't want to get a cruise or you're not coming down the party, if you would like to win, there's a bunch of stuff you can win, and you don't even have to go to the party. You can win a signed pink Jackson V by Vinnie. Joe has posted the pictures, and actually, if you go to Vinnie's website, where he's selling his guitars, pink Vinnie, the guitar that's actually on his website, the one, the pink one they show for what he's selling, that's the one we actually have that's going to be raffled off. And if you like to get in on it, it's only $10, and all the money is going to the Breast Cancer Research Foundation, which gives like 92 or 93 cents per, dollar to the cause. So you don't have to be there to win. If you win it, because Vinnie's polling that winner. So if you're there, if you happen to be there, you're the winner and you're there, we'll pull you on the stage. You can take the picture with Vinnie. Vinnie goes, here you go. It's all yours. Have a good night. Take it home. For $10 shot, it's a win-win. I mean, really, seriously, you know what I mean? And then also, too, is that we have a vault. we have a Gene Simmons vault. That thing, too. It's $10. You can get on that one. It's $10. If you're there and you win it, you want to do the vault on the cruise, if Gene's doing them on the thing, we're just going to connect you to the right people, which is Keith and, Keith Valcourt and his people, whatever. You can do the vault on the cruise if you want to. If you don't want to do it on a cruise, you want to do it somewhere else where Gene might be doing a vault, they're going to hook you up. So you can win a vault for only $10.
Cool.
You know what I mean? So you can enter, and all that money is going to breast cancer research. Also, Chris has also donated 2 drum heads that he signed. Same thing. You can enter many times you want, 2 drum heads. If you're there, great. If you're not, we mail them to you. We just ask if you take a picture holding up, send the picture back to us and any of the stuff and send it back. But the Peter ones, we want to send back to Peter and Gigi because they want to put them on their website just to show everybody. And and then also, I know it is so much stuff. The website. Also, Peter donated 4 8x10s signed, 2 posters, and a book signed. Now we're also going to have those for $10 each, and basically, but you can only buy those tickets at the Holiday Inn that Monday and Tuesday while the mini meet and greet is going on. The reason why is because I've always said this, Jeff always said this, and now Joe understands this too, and he has, is that if it wasn't for you guys and ladies and everybody who buys the tickets, this doesn't happen. I don't have a big wallet. I can't pull up my wallet and say, hey, I have $50,000, $60,000, $100,000 to put this party on. Let's just do this. You know what I mean? So if it wasn't for the fans, people doing this stuff or coming out and trusting us that this is going to happen, this doesn't happen. So without you guys, gals, and everybody else, this doesn't happen. So my thought, I explained to Joe, is my thought, the people who coming to the party should win some stuff. You know what I mean? They these are the people who are coming back year after year after year, trusting it. So let's do this. So I said, so for the 4 photos, 2 posters, in a book, basically come up to, we'll have a table, in the lobby with the Vinnie stuff going on at the same time around in that area. It's $10 cash. You can buy as many as you want, whatever. Basically, you'll get one thing, just like a raffle ticket, and then we're going to ask you to write your names on the back of the raffle ticket. Because basically what we do is Joe's got a box for all the raffles. They're going to be held that night. Put them in the box, you get the thing, turn it or whatever, and you pull out the thing. Everybody starts reading numbers. We're not going to read the numbers, even though you have the numbers because the numbers will be on there, but we're going to read your name. We figured people are going to hear your name quicker, easier, because we want you to get your thing so we can move on, kind of go quicker. You know what I'm saying?
Make sure you tell them to write their name clearly.
On the back, and we will.
I kid you not.
In the Expo, remember that?
Well,
remember that?
I was at
terrible.
another event 2 weeks ago where they were doing a breast cancer fundraiser, and people had filled out the raffle ticket, and it looked like somebody had just smeared ink on this raffle. Nobody could read the name. Nobody could read the phone number.
Yeah, we definitely, we're going to make sure on the ones for that, because since we're going to be there face to face, we can really, now the other ones for the, the flying, the V, the Jackson V, the vault, and the 2 things, is that when you buy them through the website, because you got to buy those ones through the website stuff, Joe's got all the names. So basically we have your name, everything. So basically Joe's going to make copies of everybody's name. If you bought 25 tickets, your name goes in there 25 times. You buy about 100. So he's going to make copies of every time somebody buys one. So they have your full name. So when he does the thing, when we do the, the round thing, pull the name out, they're going to pull your name out. And if they, you're going to say a name once or twice, you can't. They're basically going to just, okay, he's a piece of tape. Tape it to the person. Here we go. We're going to find you. So, we want people to win this stuff and just say, man, I was here. You never gave it to me. Well, we're gonna, you know what I mean. So, and people have to realize too that we've done these parties. I've been doing it now. This is 8 cruises. So I've done 9 parties in 8 years. I know it's confusing. And stuff like that. So the party wise, I got to kind of groove on it and stuff like that. There are always going to be a little hiccups here and there, so people have to be a little bit patient. But I've never done a meet and greet. I've watched meet and greets through the years of people who've done meet and greets and stuff like this. So this meet and greet with Vinny is going to be a learning curve for this, but we're going to do the best we can. He is going to show up. So we ask people again. I see things all posted all around the web world. And sometimes I'm trying to defend Joe and I about, yes, he is going to show. Yes, he's going to. No, he's not. He's not going to show up. Yes, he is going to show up. Yes, he is going to play. Yes, he's going to do the meet and greet. Everybody's going to have a really good time. And if anybody has really any questions, contact myself or Joe through Facebook. Send us a PMs. Ask us the serious questions. We'll answer them as fast as we can and as serious as we can. We're not gonna lie to people. We're out there. And. Yeah, I mean, Vinny's not, out there in the world telling anything, but believe me, we've spoken to him, we speak to him, we're all cool. Everything's all cool. So anyways, I know everybody wants to get into this, so we'll get into this. So anyways, this is the bigger thing for you guys, since I already know anyways. As we said, Vinny's going to jump off with 4x8. You got to thank 4x8 guys. They're so cool to let this happen.
Those guys are awesome.
Yep. Vinny's going to show up at the gathering at some point when 4x8's there. I don't exactly know when, but he's going to jump on stage with the guys. He's going to play electric. So I didn't want to know the 2 songs. I wanted to be excited about the 2 songs. I want to be like everybody else, but Vinny is going to say the 2 songs anyways. But since Joe and I basically started all this, and we thought this is one of our kickers. We like to say the songs before it gets leaked out. Even before Vinny does. So anyways, you guys want a drum roll? Or what do you guys want to know?
Yeah.
Go.
Or you just want me just to see it come out and just say it?
Just come out and say it.
All right. So anyways, the first song Vinny's going to play is I Love It Loud.
Okay.
All right. I was like, I don't know if you guys' reactions.
I figured it'd be an invasion song.
Well, not with 4x8. They're kind of hard to, I don't know, that whole thing. The second song, which everybody's going to guess. Go ahead. You can try to guess. Go ahead.
Lick It Up.
Look it up.
No, and we protest against that song so much. No, you're going to play All Hell's Breaking Loose.
That'd be cool.
Cool.
That's
good.
See, now that's a good song. See, I Love It Loud. I fucking hate that song, dude. I fucking that's one of my worst songs ever. That's my piss break.
Actually, they could do that. They could do All Hell's Breaking Loose now if they really wanted to. They just choose not to.
Yeah. Paul could sing that easily.
Well, they fooled around with it on a cruise a little bit, but not played it all the way. And I think Todd can do a killer voice on that.
Oh yeah, it'd be good. Yeah. Actually, Todd will be good.
Actually, that's the song that Tommy wants to do. I've seen a couple of different interviews with him, and Tommy Thayer really wants to. That's his favorite song.
Well, maybe they'll actually do it on the cruise. Then they hear and see that Vinny's going to do it.
Well, Gene Simmons' band will need to do it first, and then show them how good it is, and then maybe they'll play it.
Or Bruce and Bob, which they won't be there.
And all they'd have to do is have Phil sing it. Phil sings just as good as Paul does. So.
Yep, it'll work.
I'll give Phil.
Well, that's pretty cool
though. Me personally, man, I didn't want to hear Lick It Up either. But if I had my choice to dump I Love It Loud, me personally, I would too. I would love. I mean, I know they've been playing it now for a long time. I would love to hear Vinny do War Machine again.
Yeah, that would be badass.
See, I'd be all over that.
I was there. I mean, I saw the Creatures, man. I saw it, and to this day, and I have no offense against any other KISS been in the band or employee, whatever you want to call them, that I've never seen anybody play War Machine like Vinny. It's just unbelievable how he played it.
See, Bill and I saw the last show. Alan, you weren't there, right? Or was you there?
Not there.
Bill and I saw Vinny's last show in Evansville, Indiana, which was his last show with KISS. and it was my first KISS show actually, and it wasn't the best KISS show I ever seen, to say the least.
Well,
It was good.
No, it was a good show, but it was not the best KISS show that I've ever
And
seen.
for anybody who cares, that show, somebody did record that, and I have a copy of that recording.
You
So,
do.
So if anybody wants to hear that, just let me know and I'll hook them up.
I do remember that the Lick It Up tour. Like I said, I haven't missed anything since the last Night of the Destroyer tour in '76. So I haven't missed anything up there from there up. I remember the Lick It Up being so loud. That's probably the loudest concert I've ever been to. It was like, oh my God.
Right.
It was. I mean,
Andy, it wasn't the fact that it was that bad. It was just the fact that you could see that the tensions were high. Paul was pissed. Vinnie was, and Vinnie's admitted this 100 times in his interviews when he's come back out in the last few months. You know, he was showboating every chance he could get. He was pissing Paul off. You could just tell they were not a bunch of happy campers that night, and it showed. I mean, didn't it, Bill?
Yeah. Yes. I was standing right in front of Paul, right in front of his mic. You could tell it was obvious.
You could tell the fucking hate that night. It was bad.
It's
cool,
too bad. It's too bad though, because
it was my first KISS show, and I was thrilled. But you know, it was.
Well, it's just too bad because like they were so heavy. You know what I mean? They the Creatures being they're going back to the heavy stuff, and then Lick It Up was heavy. I mean, people are like, oh, Lick It Up. I mean, let's grant it. Lick It Up's basically the biggest hit of their whole '80s career. Say what you want, but every time people are like, oh, Heaven's on Fire, Tears Are Falling, or whatever. But every time if you flick on a radio, if they play a KISS song, it's everybody's Rock and Roll Night, whatever. But for the '80s, which one comes most 99% of the time? Yeah. Lick It Up.
I think that depends on what region of the country that you're in.
Maybe.
But I mean, if you took Lick It Up out of take Lick It Up out of Lick It Up, right? Listen to the rest of the album. I mean, it's heavy and it's just heavy.
Well, I was actually listening to it. My buddy came over today, Rodney. He's like going, I want to hear that. I want to hear that one song. I can't remember which song it was, but it was. It was one of Gene's songs.
Not Young and Wasted. Young and Wasted.
No, Young and Wasted. And the thing is, I told him, I said that's not one of my favorite songs on there because Gene can sing better than that. The vocals are just so, I don't know. Lick It Up's not one of my favorite albums.
It sounds like he's strained a little bit doing that.
He is. He's strained. And the thing is, Gene is a good singer. He can actually sing really well and do his shit really well. It's just, for that album, I don't know. I think it was just the fact of that they were just at the wit's end and didn't know what to do. And they were trying everything different and trying different things. And,
Well, I don't understand it. They should let Eric Carr sing Young and Wasted. They let him sing it live. Why not? Why didn't they give him a shot?
Well, let's get this back on track. What else do you have for us regarding the KISS God damn it, KISS Cruise Pre-party?
Can I ask a question? Can I ask a question real quick?
I suppose.
It's about that. So why breast cancer research? What's the reason behind that as the charity? And why was that decision made?
Wow. Now you have to go back to, and then, I don't care. It's my last time. I'll get a little dirty, and I don't care. And I don't mean sexual dirty. I mean people that are not so nice and stuff. Anyways, when Jeff Hopkins, my old partner, and I, we like I say, we kid around about let's have the party at the Holiday Inn, and then he says, "Hey man, let's do something for a charity." So I turned around and said, "Okay." I said, "But Jeff and I, you really didn't know each other that much. We had just met on the KISS Cruise. It was kind of funny at the ocean, at the private island. We just started shooting the shit. It was pretty funny." And then we got back home, and because I'm in here in Mass, and he's on Seattle. So I mean,
oh wow,
yeah. So so we decided. He says, "Well, Gene, KISS was started to get on Wounded Warriors. You know what I mean?" Mm-hmm. They went to it. So just said, "Hey, let's do Wounded Warriors." I'm like, "Okay." So we were all into Wounded Warriors. Now, this is not KK1. This is KK2 now. Get around. This is 2013 because KK1 had ended. So when we did the parties, there was the KISS Cruise. Yeah, I have to follow. This is weird. The KISS Cruise the night before. I would say, excuse me, the night before. And then there's the night before that. All right. So Jeff and I decided to always have our party 2 days before the KISS Cruise because some other guy had a party the night of the cruise. And another girl had a party at the same time. So there were 2 parties at the same time the night before the KISS Cruise. So we decided to have ours like the night before to stay out of the whole jumbo. And there's a whole bunch of fighting with them. And then they got us sucked into it and this bullshit and da-da-da. So anyways, we had made what we call them living in sin packs. And there was a bunch of goodies put into them, and it was a Gene Simmons pin, and we made all this, had this stuff be made up, and we kind of got away with stuff we probably couldn't now. I don't know how, not by Gene or Paul, anything, just like the companies wouldn't make them anymore because of the, you're not supposed to. And I made these packs up, and we sold them at the party, and it was all for the Wounded Warriors and this and that. And there was those other 2 people. The girl was having her party at the Hard Rock, and the guy was having his party at the other spot, which is only about 15 feet away or 100 yards. I don't know. So they both wanted us to go the next night to their party to keep doing this stuff just for charity, not the party itself, just because we had some extra living in sin packs for charity. So there was a bunch of fighting going on. The other guy has thing. There was a lot of turmoil, way worse, and a lot of people, and then people started PMing us. There was a lot of nasty stuff going on. And then the girl contacted Jeff, and then we said, okay, we'll go with a Hard Rock. And then they got mad at us, and there was a whole, I mean, the years and years of stuff I could tell. I could write a book. You'll be very amazed, really crazy if people actually heard the stuff that Jeff and I could put out there, how people would look at the people they've been hanging around on the KISS Cruise. It'd be amazing. We could put out a dirt book, like from the good to bad, the ugly and the serious ugliness. The PMs I still have, the emails I still have. I still have everything from 2000, the end of 2011, all the way up till now. It's incredible. So, oh yeah. So, anyways, we went to this girl's party at the Hard Rock, and it was me, Jeff, his mother, and my mother went on the cruise. So we were running the thing. So we walked in there, and we had these packs, and people were just bombarding us. So we sold them all. But the girl had made a list of people. You had to be on a list because she was mad at the other people, and she didn't want those other people coming over if they canceled their party. It was very bizarre. So there were people lined up. You could see them, and they couldn't get in because they weren't on the list, and people were begging Jeff and I and this and that. We're like, we have nothing to do with this. We're not running this party. We're just here doing this stuff for charity. And we had a huge table of stuff, and people were like, and we were going to do raffles that night between when the band was playing, And there were people that donated stuff. We asked people to donate, like if you bought extra KISS goodies. So they had shit lying on the table. I mean, it was like, wow, there's piles of stuff. So here we are doing this stuff, all for the Wounded Warriors Project, and we get on there, and the girl can't handle it anymore. She freaks out, and she disappears. Now she's gone, and we're like, "Oh my God, we still have a ton of stuff to raffle off for the Wounded Warriors. We got to do this, we got to do that." And the band's up there playing. Basically, we walked over boxes and basically walked up on stage while the band was playing, saying, "You got to stop." We put the stuff down. They're like, what do you mean? I mean, we have tons of this stuff. All these people are waiting. They paid money to see if they could win stuff. And now you got to stop. So at that point, it was getting late. So anyways, the story goes on is that happened. We went on a KISS Cruise. I didn't know about it. Jeff and his wife, hey, made this big, huge banner. It said, from the KISS fans for the Wounded Warrior. And it had the money we made on it. And I forgot the money. I think it was about $150,000 or $160,000. I was like, it was insane. I couldn't believe it. I said, yeah, because I kid around with Jeff. Hey, if we make $1,000, what? Cool, right? Next one is, I don't know. I think it was 150 or something like that, or 130 maybe. I forgot. Anyways, off the top of my head, it's years ago now. I have to look back up the photos. So next thing you know, KISS has a Q&A on the cruise, and next thing Jeff goes, "Hey, Andy, we got to go do something." I go, "Do what?" He goes, "We're going to present KISS a check." I'm like, "What do you mean we're going to present him a check?" He goes, "No, we're going to show him." I'm like, "What are you talking about?" So Jeff had set it up. They had set it up, and KISS found out about it, that we had a banner, and they were like, we wanted to show the KISS, the KISS Navy and Army, that, we made all this money for the Wounded Warriors, and the band was blown away. It was really, really cool.
Wow.
I had tears because Jeff totally surprised me. I had no idea it was happening until basically he said, "Come on, you have to come down these stairs." I'm like, "What are you talking about?" Because they had everybody line up on the stairs, and then you go up and you're looking at them and they're talking. And I just stood there holding the banner, which, as you know, I can talk forever. I'm thinking like, and Jeff's doing all the talking. I was just like, oh my God, I had tears coming down my eyes. It was just crazy. So anyways, so the next year, Jeff and I, "Hey, you want to do this again?" "Yeah, let's do this again." "Okay, we'll do it for the Wounded Warrior." "Yeah. Well, this is where it gets tricky." The girl that was running the party that took off turns around and says, "Well, I'm going to do something for the Wounded Warrior project." And we were like, "What?" And we were like, "Wait a minute. We're doing that for this thing, and we're not going to your party, next year, because whatever. We're going to just do our own thing. We're just going to do it once," because we basically did a double party. We did the one night before, and then we did end up taking over hers. So we did two in 2 nights, really. And all of a sudden she says, "Well, I'm doing this stuff for the Wounded Warriors." And then she said, so all these people thought that we were connected with her, and we weren't. So we're like, "What the hell are we going to do, Jeff?" So he's like, "Andy, we got to find something else." And I said, "Okay." He says, "Let's start thinking." I said, "Well," so I thinking, man, a lot of people are affected by cancer in one way or another. You know what I mean?
Right.
And like I had said before earlier too, I was haunting to try to get Peter Chris. That was kind of like, "Hey, Peter, we're doing this stuff for breast cancer." We started thinking about cancer. And then, everybody's affected by cancer one way or another. I mean, how many people, one way or another, is affected by some kind of cancer? So we started thinking cancer. And then there is a website that you can look up that has like the best charities, the ones who do the most and the least. They have every year. You can go look. And the breast cancer, it was way up there on top. So I'm like, "Hey, Jeff, let's do this." So we contacted them. They said, "Okay, go ahead, do it." And that's how we get started.
Cool. So
we've been doing the breast cancer. And then that 1 year after that year, Jeff stopped doing the parties. I says, "Okay, I can't take this on my own so we'll just come out and hang out and have DJ Noise," which is Andy DJ Noise, do the thing. And that's how the breast cancer thing gets out, and just sticking with it.
So Andy, I mean, not to be nosy, but I'm sure that's all. How much do you guys usually bring for breast cancer every year? I mean, what's been your biggest year as far as donation?
Boy, I would have to go back and look, because
no, I mean, I'm just kind of, I didn't know if you had a number off the top of your head, just something close. I mean, it don't have to be exact. I'm just kind of curious.
Oh man, I wish I knew, because Jeff has all the banners. Jeff asked me one day, he's like, "Andy, can I have all the banners?" He's actually got them in all his rooms. No, he does. Like the big plastic write-out checks and stuff.
Sure, yeah.
He has the banners actually in a room, his KISS room, his KISS Cruise room actually, and he's got all the numbers written down. But
that's awesome, though.
Not only that is that we held the money, because the parties are usually, everything's in October, but the Breast Cancer Research Foundation, they match you.
Oh, that's awesome.
So when we put the money in, that was even another plus on it. Not only that, when we put the money in, they were matching it. So we were matching. It was huge money.
Wow, that's awesome.
So really when they doubled it, I think the total between the 4 years that Jeff and I did it, with them doubling it could be about 250,000.
Wow.
Plus.
That's awesome.
And then there's that 1 year I didn't do anything, just living in sin at the Holiday Inn, get together, have beers, drink, DJ Noise, played his stuff, and that was it. And then last year, what did we do last year? Then the New Orleans thing came up, and we didn't do anything for New Orleans because, it was just like, I didn't know. Joe was new into it. There was a lot going on. There's a lot of stuff behind the scenes besides we had the KISS Tribute Band. Paul Steely's son's band played. We had a lot of special guests. It was new territory, a new place. So I'm like, man, I just wanted to take a little, as much as it did last year, I needed to take a break from one thing. So I did. So, and then this year I'm like, hey, Joe, we're doing this because originally for this year, like I said, we only had like the KISS Tribute Band, KISS America, the 1984. We also have DJ Noise, I don't know if you guys know who he is. He's he does he's got his own funky way of like playing songs and mixing them up, and he does the whole KISS thing. It's pretty wild, you know what I mean? And he's actually been on a KISS cruise. 6 Millions actually asked him to play doing stuff like that, so that's pretty cool. And I just said, hey, Joe, let's do the breast cancer again. I've had it in the past. Let's do it again this year. So
Awesome.
that's why we're doing it this year. They, like I said, they gave like 92 and 93 cents for every dollar, and they're always like A plus on the top ratings. If you look up charities, there's a special charity website that you can look up. Anybody can look it up, and they're always way up there on top. So,
Cool.
I mean,
All right, Andy.
I'm sorry. You know what we did last year? I'm going to take that back. Last year we did do something for charity, but we didn't take money. I didn't want to deal with money last year. We did stuff for the ASPCA, for animals.
Right.
So basically, we just ask anybody who's coming to the party to bring some kind of animal thing. Food, toys, whatever.
Cool.
Gift cards, you name it. And we just put a table out there. It was loaded.
All right,
And,
Andy, we have hit our hour mark. So
Oh, damn.
if you would give everybody the web address one more time, we'll wrap up and roll on out of here.
Yeah, sorry, guys.
Oh, that's okay.
Oh, it's great. Great stuff.
Yeah. Like I said, go on forever. But sorry, guys. But anyways, I'll just say this fast, though. There are still meet and greet tickets for that Monday for Vinnie. So if anybody's interested, there's still meet and greet tickets. Or if they're interested, you can get still a general admission ticket, which is only $20 to get in to see all these great things. Again, though, to get the most information, you go to www.thekisskruisepreparty.com.
Right on.
Cool.
All right, folks.
Cool.
Check us out on agesofrock.com. Find our Facebook, Stitcher Radio, Instagram, Twitter, all of that good stuff. Don't forget to check out our rebroadcasts on Wednesdays and Saturdays at kgfrocks.com. And until next time, peace out. Thanks for listening to the Ages of Rock podcast. If you haven't done so already, be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel, like us on Facebook, and most importantly, tell all your friends. Remember, you're never too old to rock. Until the next episode, peace out, folks.